Welcome to Blackhawk Christian High School, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight here on The Voice. Along with Paul Suvar, I'm Brian Greenwalt. The weather outside may not feel like it inside. It feels like a Friday night in March.
Oh, yes, sir. Boy, we have ourselves a matchup tonight, partner. I'll tell you what. The Braves coming in here, ranked first in 2A, hosting Homestead with their high-powered offense, well-disciplined squad. It's going to be a barn burn tonight. Super excited to see how it turns out.
Capacity here at Blackhawk Christian tonight as the Braves get the tip. Caleb first on the left-hand side for the Braves. Boyer has it up top. Marcus Davidson looks down low. The immediate double team by the Spartans. First tries to go baseline, spin move, and steps out of bounds. Luke Goody came down immediately with that double team on Caleb.
Yeah, they're starting out with Greinsfelder guarding Caleb first down on the block right there. Solid body, broad shoulder. He's going to try and muscle Caleb up. And like we saw in that first possession, immediate double team right there, trying to clamp down and limit Caleb's touches.
There's Luke Goody, Jr., leading in Homestead Spartans in scoring, and there's a drive by Barker for 2.
Yeah, pretty little kind of circle play of sorts. Marcus got caught in the chop right there behind. Easy layup for him.
Callan Wood shoots the 3 off the front rim. Boyer fought for the board, but Goody comes out with it. Tries the long pass, and Caleb First's long arms come down with it for the Braves. Nice defense way to get back there by First. Wood has it up top, Zane Burke. Now Boyer gets it to Burke and sets the screen. Boyer, wide open 3, top, no good. Rebound goes to Kruger for the Spartans. Here comes Homestead, right-hand side. Kruger gets it over to Simmons, and now Goody. Kruger now shifts it over to the right-hand side. Goody with a curl move to the middle, shoots the jump shot. He is short, and they're going to let it go out of bounds to Blackhawk.
Yeah, great matchup tonight here. Callan Wood is drawing the initial assignment here on Goody. Goody is their main scorer here for Homestead. 6'6" shooting guard. High perimeter scorer, 17 a night. Pulls down 7 boards as well. He's a dangerous offensive weapon for Homestead.
Callan Wood has the left-hand side, gets it down to First. Here's Goody again with the double team. Boyer is the guy who's open. Little short jump shot is just short off the front rim. Everything is going a little short for Blackhawk here in the early going.
Yeah, and that's what I think what the Homestead is going to try and apply tonight. They're going to try and whoever is guarding Callan Wood or Jacob Boyer, they're going to immediately double team off of them.
Luke Goody couldn't get that layup to go. Nice defense there by Wood. And Kruger now drives baseline, pulls up with a jump shot off the rim, but Goody's there. No, that's not Goody. It's
Simmons.
Simmons. Yes, Grant Simmons with the bucket. Out of bounds. Homestead has the ball.
Well, yeah, Blackhawk right now, a little out of sorts, a little rushed right here at the onset of the game. Big game right here, hosting Homestead. They just seem a little quick, a little too fast. They need to just settle down, calm down, allow their offense to work its magic and play hard-nosed defense.
Kruger went all the way in. Caleb First changed the shot for Kruger going inside. Now Blackhawk has the ball. Davidson falls down but gets the ball right back. Nice bounce there. Zane Burke with the penetration, left hand, the layup is good.
Right there. Take what they give you. They're going to press up on Zane. Zane's got enough quickness with that offhand to be able to explode to the basket and kiss it off the glass. Beautiful move by Zane.
Greinsfelder has it over to Kruger. Outside Barker. Penetration all the way in for 2 for Greinsfelder.
Oh, a really pretty move right there, taking it in the body of Caleb and using that rim to shield him away as Caleb tried to block that shot.
First on the baseline.
Nice look.
Jake Boyer wide open underneath for 2.
Boy, good find. That's got to be an immediate cut by Jake to get down to that opposite block. Allow Caleb's size to look over the defense and find that cutter for an easy basket.
So far, Jake's guy has been the one to come with the double team every single time. Somebody doesn't have a shoe out there. There's a shoe wide open for 3 out there.
Oh, it's Callan. Woodsy's got a blowout here.
Figured that it would be the guy guarding the top guy. Now they're going to call the timeout as they finally they see the shoe. I think he was open. I think he could have had the 3 there. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, double knot that thing, Callan. Keep that thing strapped on that foot.
So no pressure tonight, Paul, but there are some Maine Division I college coaches here in the building.
Boy, we got some NCAA royalty, Division I royalty in-house tonight. Roy Williams from North Carolina is joining us. We got Tom Izzo as well. Representatives from Purdue, I believe, are going to be making their way here, as well as Indiana.
Yeah, we've heard possibly Illinois as well, so as many as 5 or 6 college coaches here to see all sorts of talent out here on the floor tonight.
Yeah, they're in for a treat right here, whether it's Caleb First or Luke Goody on the opposite side of the ledger with Homestead. They've got quite a bit of talent on the floor they're trying to evaluate and see if they can't coax and convince come play for their programs.
Yeah, some great junior talent in the area. We've talked about that before, and 2 of the main ones are right out here tonight with Caleb and Luke Goody. Homestead with the offensive rebound, and they go in for 2, and that once again, Grant Simmons. Nice take there by Simmons on the baseline.
Yeah, on the whole, I mean, Homestead doesn't have tremendous size. Goody being their tallest player, 6'6", and he kind of plays more so on the wing. But they've got consistent size across the board. 6'3", 6'4", 6'4", and then Goody at 6'6". The only small play. Nice.
Ooh, nice look, and let's hope Goody's okay down there. Took a hard spill as his foot got caught up with the shot fake there by Callan Wood. He is up on his feet. I think he's going to be all right. Obviously shaken up there with a really hard fall.
Yeah,
nice shot fake there by Callan. Yeah.
Absolutely. A good up and under right there by Callan. Again, showed the ball and Goody bid on it. But I think as Callan was going up for the shot, you're absolutely right. I think Goody ended up getting his foot caught in Callan's arms and just took a tumble.
First one for Wood is good. As Callan gets on the board. Nice look there by Jake Boyer as well. We've talked about it. He's been the guy open all night tonight. He made that extra pass and got that nice layup there for Wood.
You're right. Shot at the front of the rim right there, but was able to dump it over to Callan. A little bit easier angle for him.
Second one, nothing but net for Wood. 8-6 is our score. 3.5 remaining here in the first quarter. The matchup so far exactly what we expected here out of these two teams. Kruger with the penetration, gets it to Goody. Now we have Simmons out top, guarded by Davidson. Goody, I think, was ready to try to pull that trigger on the three. Instead, goes all the way in against Burke for two.
Beautiful move right there, spinning back with a strong hand, off balance. Good body control by Goody to kiss that off the glass.
Jake Boyer on the left-hand side. He's guarded by Goody. Gets it to Zane Burke. Homestead full of length. Yeah. All their guys have all sorts of length. Marcus Davidson, nice baseline jumper for two.
Yeah, pretty play right there. Again, springing Marcus open on that left-hand wing. But again, Marcus showing that ball. Homestead defender biting on it. Easy 17-footer right there for Marcus.
Goody on the left-hand side for Homestead. Now Caleb first picks him up on the switch and gets it over to Kruger. Now over all the way in, wide open. There is Simmons.
Yeah, they got caught on a switch right there, and I believe Caleb was trying to switch back to his man, but a bit of a miscommunication right there.
Simmons having himself a quarter here, 6 points early on, 12-8. Homestead with the lead. Burke looks inside. First finds himself open for two.
Boy, good patience there by the Braves. Again, being strong with the ball. Swing that around, get yourself a decent angle, get your 7-footer.
Simmons is open again underneath.
Yeah, another instance in which I get a switch, a presumed switch is going to take place, and just a little bit of a miscommunication right there with the Braves on defense. That's two straight wide open layups they've given up.
Burke is going to go all the way in with a pretty layup for two.
That is nice. I think Zane is going to have to continue to attack the rim tonight. If they're going to play him close and sag off of him to help double team off of Caleb first, he's got to be able to take advantage of it.
Kruger shoots over first and misses the three. And a nice block out there for the Braves as the ball hits the floor before anybody rebounds it. They dump it down to first. Goody comes with a double team. Caleb shoots over it on the baseline.
Beautiful.
14-14. 1:15 remaining here in the first quarter. Simmons will set it up. Boyer with the near steal. All the way in for the layup. First. Got a little piece of it, I think. Davidson coming on the fast break for Blackhawk. Hesitation dribble, pulls up with a little baseline jumper for two.
I love that aggressiveness by Marcus Davidson. Again, the one player that lacks in height for Homestead is Kruger. Marcus identified that immediately and took him off the dribble, rose up over the top, hit that little 10-footer.
Goody, a nice shot fake out on the three-point line. Greinsfelder can't get it to go. Nice block out, and we're going to get Simmons over the back.
You're absolutely right there, Brian. I tell you what, beautiful block out, beautiful position right there by Marcus, bodying it up, protecting the rim, trying to corral that defensive rebound in.
Andrew McIntosh checks into the ballgame for the Braves, gives Callan Wood a break. Coming in, Rowdenbush comes in for Homestead, and he will give Simmons a break. Simmons' shooting arm is probably tired by now. 8 points already or early on here in the first quarter.
Yeah, he's pulling, I'll tell you what. Taking what the Braves have been giving him, though.
30 seconds to go here in the quarter. Zane Burke on the left-hand side. Pulls up, gets it all the way back out to Davidson with 25 to go. Caleb first coming out here for the screen and roll. Davidson pulls up for three. Off the back rim. Rebound to Homestead with 17. They're going to hold it up here for the last shot of the quarter. Goody takes it all the way out there. He's going to be guarded by McIntosh. 8 seconds. 6 seconds. I'm looking for a pull-up three
Deep
here,
shot,
more than
yep.
likely.
Oof.
No, he's going to penetrate. Now steps back. Wow. Jump shot is good at the buzzer.
Good offense.
Just what we expected here. We are knotted up at 16 at the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back here on The Voice.
A new year brings a new outlook and new promises. This new year, make a resolution that creates lasting change, not one you'll forget in a few weeks. You owe it to yourself to reach your potential and become your best self. The YMCA invites you to start the new year with a new you. A membership to the Y can help you and your family grow and become stronger. Join the Y community for an even better you in the new year. To find the nearest location, go to fwymca.org. That's fwymca.org.
Hi, this is Dale from The Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Homestead with the ball to start the second quarter back here on The Voice. Alongside Paul Suvar, I'm Brian Greenwald. Thanks for joining us here tonight. 16 all to end the first quarter as we start the second. Archibald, the senior, into the ball game for Homestead. Can't get it to go, and there's First with the rebound for the Braves.
Well, I'll tell you what, Homestead, first quarter here in the onset of the second as well, they've really tried to take into the body of Caleb First, which is a really good strategy when you're trying to mitigate a shot blocker, taking it into his body.
First with a nice spin move, baseline jumper for two.
Boy, that's pretty. We haven't seen a ton of that by Caleb this year, but we know he's got that in the toolbox, and he's busted it out a couple times tonight already.
It's his way tonight so far of beating that double team.
Yes.
Goody that time didn't come as quick with the double team, and Caleb had time to spin and get that baseline jumper to go. Luke Goody with another basket there for the Spartans, his 6th point tonight.
Yeah, too easy right there for Goody. No rotational defense from the help side by the Braves on that play, unfortunately.
Zane Burke can't quite get it to go. Goody with the board for the Spartans. Harmon also into the ball game for Homestead. Now Goody with the ball. Gets it to Greinsfelder, and now Goody gets it back. Step back three. Wow. Buries it.
Wow. Boy, he threw up a dagger at the end of the first quarter to tie the ball game up, and that is a pretty step back by a 6'6" shooting guard.
Boyer tries to get it underneath, off the fingertips of First. Just a little too high with that pass. Probably not really a great passing angle there for Jake.
That's a tough angle. Even though you got a 7-footer basically trying to go up there and corral that in, that's a tough angle to try and fit that pass into. Big ask for Caleb.
Harmon with the ball. McIntosh has switched off onto him. And we got Zane Burke guarding Goody. Long three, no good. McIntosh with a nice board. And they're going to get Greinsfelder with the foul. A little too aggressive there. That'll be his first of the ball game, the second, I believe, on the Spartans. 3 fouls on the Spartans. And Burke will bring it up for the Braves. Left side, Marcus Davidson. Screen and roll with First.
Here we go, the alley-oop play.
There it is, and couldn't quite get it to go. What do we got here? We got a foul against the Spartans.
Oof. That was a slow developing play. The back screen on Caleb was a little late. They waited for it. I think that if the ball was closer to the rim, Caleb had a window right there, a sliver of light to go up there and corral it in and punch it home, but that ball was a little bit low beneath the rim, and Caleb had to adjust to it, and Homestead got a finger on it. But foul was called.
First one good by First. Grensfelder checks out as Barker checks back in for the Spartans. They don't want him to pick up his third foul here in the first half.
I think that's big. Real, like Grensfelder's done a decent job as far as at least bodying up Caleb Furst and trying to muscle him off to block off his position.
Second one's no good. Nice board by McIntosh after Boyer kept it alive. Burke has it right-hand side. And they've got that foul. 2 fouls, I believe, on Luke Goody. Gotta believe Coach, I don't know if he can afford to take him out at this point, but.
Yeah, close, boy. That's a cheapie right there. Tough call on Luke Goody. About 25 feet away from the basket. Just ended up getting into the body of Zane Burke, and I don't think they had a choice but to call it.
Caleb goes over the top of that pass. 2 guys on him. He doesn't get the call. Spartans come back on the fast break. Nice bucket there by Barker.
Boy, opportunistic in their transition offense has Homestead been. Getting easy buckets where they can. And backdoor cuts for easy layups as well. There's about 6 points on the board tonight for Homestead due to some easy looks.
Boyer off the back rim with that 3-pointer. Rebound goes to Archbold. Tell you the matchup right there on that time, Archbold 6 foot, and he was the one guarding Caleb there underneath.
How about that? Boy, I think they want to muscle him off. They're going to come with that double team. They just want to try and annoy Caleb, make it hard for him to catch that ball.
Nice penetration. They're going to get
goaltending, I believe.
Goaltending there on that call.
Yeah, Caleb ended up touching the rim on that shot. Definitely altered the shot going up, but just could not keep his hands off the rim. And as soon as a defensive player touches the rim and a shot is up in the air, it's an automatic goaltend.
Who was it that got that bucket? Who made that penetration? I didn't catch that one.
Oh, good night. Who was this?
Oh, we have foul called here too.
So it was. Okay.
Got Barker stepping up there. Possibly. Okay, they were confused there, I believe. Now they're going to talk things out here.
I thought a goaltend was called. I didn't see a foul.
That did end up being the call. Now we're going to go Blackhawks way. So Barker with his 6th point of the night. They just needed to help me figure out who was scoring there.
We appreciate it.
The guy stepping up the free throw line, he obviously was the one who was shooting the shot there.
We'll take the assist down here.
Callan Wood had the open 3, instead looking inside to First. First with the penetration. Callan Wood. He's guarded by Kruger. He gets Burke. Again, looking inside to First, now on the right-hand side. Wood open in the corner for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound goes to Barker.
I'll tell you, I've been really impressed tonight with Homestead's rebounding. They've done a very disciplined job in boxing out the Braves, limiting second chance points, closing out defensive possessions.
Nice defense there by Wood, making that shot difficult for Goody. Rebound to Marcus Davidson. Davidson brings it up, penetration. Nice shot fake by Marcus.
Beautiful.
Gets the roll.
That's a good up and under right there again. Marcus has shown that ball 2-3 times tonight, being able to get defenders off their feet and then finding himself with a clean look because of it.
Got an open guy there for a second. Nice spin move by Simmons.
I tell you what, if they had the ability to go back to the tape and look at the first half right here, they would see on multiple possessions by the Braves on defense a lack of or a very late defensive rotation coming over from the help side when defenders have been beaten.
That one there, I think, was just plain confusion on who had who.
Yes.
You saw Caleb kind of pointing to the outside, and Jake went outside, but then realized that Simmons was his guy. And rebound there to Barker as Homestead tries to build on the 27-21 lead. Kruger out top. Barker with the drive. Penetration, couldn't get it to go, but there's Simmons again underneath.
Yeah, right place, right time. Being able to corral that offensive rebound in, tip it in. Easy baskets. That's been kind of the story of the first half for Homestead, getting easy backdoor baskets, easy transition buckets, offensive rebound putbacks, and of course, Luke Goody doing what Luke Goody does, hitting open shots, contested shots from outside.
Grant Simmons, the story here in the first half, 12 points. He's been kind of the beneficiary of all the attention being paid to Goody and Kruger for Spartans, and he has really stepped up, and he's found himself open on numerous occasions underneath.
Well, that's an asset to have as a coach. You get out there and you try and put your guys in a position and you coach them up and say, hey, if somebody else is giving you a sliver of light, you get to that open spot and you take advantage of it, make them pay. And so far tonight, that's what's been happening for Homestead.
Goody with 9 points in the first half for Homestead as they have an 8-point lead. 29-21, 3:14 remaining in the first half. McIntosh checked into the ball game for Blackhawk. He replaced Boyer. Burke with a nice penetration. And Caleb First with the rebound and the bucket.
Again, Zane is going to find those open lanes right there. Even though he didn't make the shot, that gave Caleb enough daylight to be able to establish offensive rebounding position and get that putback in.
Burke had the anticipation of somebody coming there because he actually switched over to his right hand and didn't need to on that one. Goody guarded by Davidson. Looks like Davidson got poked in the eye or something on the drive. And Goody takes it all the way in for 2.
Boy, again, on that play right there, a late defensive rotation by McIntosh. And then Caleb, even later, actually 2 guys trying to rotate over there and try and help off of the Goody drive. Goody's just too good on offense.
Zane Burke with the pull-up jumper in and out, no good. And Homestead again with the nice block out. Rebounding, as you just mentioned, a strength for the Spartans so far tonight. Krieger goes in. Davidson gets it blocked from behind. Here comes First. Gets it to Davidson. Oof. Davidson, we're going to get the reach in there on the Spartans. Looks like Barker. And Barker's going to pick up his first foul of the night. 6 team fouls for the Spartans. 2:05 remaining here in the first half.
Very impressive with Homestead tonight. Again, rebounding, it's basics, it's fundamentals, it's defensive positioning. It's hard-nosed play right there. You can tell if they're a well-coached team. Deep and skilled. And they've come ready to play tonight.
Kellen Wood on the baseline, gets it back out to McIntosh. Swing over to Davidson. Impressive because Homestead does not have a big guy on Caleb right now, but they are doing a great job. They call Marcus for the travel there out front. Homestead will get the ball.
That's a great point. The defensive strategy here for Homestead has been trying to knock Caleb off the block, biting him up, first with Greinsfelder and a variety of other players as well. And then immediately as soon as Caleb touches it, the double team is coming, whether it's from Goody or somebody else with size, to try and make those passing lanes difficult.
Past few possessions, they've made it hard for him to even touch the ball.
Yep. Everybody sagging to the middle trying to play off of him.
Goody with a nice move underneath. Can't get it to go. Nice rebound, or nice defense by Wood. Davidson with the board. He looks underneath. He finds First. Nice spin to the left for 2.
Boy, that can be open there for the Braves if they get out in transition. That little secondary transition play right there. Allow Caleb to get established down on the block. Dump it down to him before the double team can come. Allow him to do his work.
Yeah, you go quick like that, and they don't have time to get set in their normal rotation. And he spun to his strong hand right there to the middle and had a really nice layup for 2. Simmons out top, guarded by McIntosh. McIntosh applying the pressure. Now Goody. Callan Wood still drawing that assignment for the Braves. Goody's holding the ball, 35 seconds to go. Now he brings it all the way over to the left-hand corner here. Again, fake the penetration with 25 to go in the half. Goody still with the ball now, 20. Obviously, last shot coming here. Goody's going to take it unless the double team comes. 12 seconds to go. Now they come out and foul Goody. Only the second team foul for the Braves.
Yeah, I like that play right there. Commit the foul far from the basket, away from his shooting motion. Allow your defense to get reset, and then maybe try and deny the ball to Goody. Don't let him touch it.
Harmon comes in for Barker. Caleb First will guard the inbounds to make it hard to even get it inbounds to begin with. 11 seconds to go here in the half. Archibald will bring it in for the Spartans. And they bring it all the way back court to Kruger now with 10. Kruger guarded by Davidson with 7. Kruger penetration into the middle. Kruger going to get the foul called from behind there on Davidson, and that will bring 2 shots.
Good aggressive play there by Kruger. Put your head down. Marcus was guarding him tight. You got a man on your hip. Get that ball down, dip that head, try and get the ball to the basket. Chin on the rim. Was able to draw enough contact in the eyes of the official to draw that foul.
First one is good for Kruger, his first point of the ball game. Goody's going to check out to not get his third foul.
Smart.
Boyer comes in for McIntosh. 2.6 remaining in the half.
I like the strategy from Coach, though. I mean, commit that foul, 10, 11 seconds to go in the half. That way you can deny Goody the ball so he doesn't get that last shot off.
Kruger hits the second. Barker comes in for Kruger. Coach Johnson trying to set up the defense here with 2.5 seconds to go. Boyer looks all the way down court, gets it to Caleb. He's going to shoot the three. Ooh, off the front rim, no good. Halftime here at Blackhawk Christian. Your score, Homestead 33, Blackhawk 25. We'll be back with second half action on The Voice.
Okay, what's your secret?
To what?
To looking so good. And it's not just that. You definitely have a new confidence about you. Whatever it is you're doing, I want to do it too.
You can. I joined the YMCA because I made a promise to take better care of myself.
Clearly, it's working.
Thank you. Since the Y focuses on healthy living, I've reached more than just fitness goals. I've made lifestyle changes that have become habits for the whole family. And because it's fun, the kids take a break from their electronics to go with me.
Wow.
I have more energy. I've met new friends. I haven't felt this good since I was in my, well, let's just say in a long time. Come with me. Going to the Y is more fun with a friend.
A new year, a new you at the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne. To find the nearest location, go to fwymca.org.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best. Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop by the office on Pony Express Run, next door to the Leo Post Office, and talk to any of the friendly agents that would be happy to help you. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of Allen County High School Athletics. Hi, this is Dale from The Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Okay, what's your secret?
To what?
To looking so good. And it's not just that. You definitely have a new confidence about you. Whatever it is you're doing, I want to do it too.
You can. I joined the YMCA because I made a promise to take better care of myself.
Clearly, it's working.
Thank you. Since the Y focuses on healthy living, I've reached more than just fitness goals. I've made lifestyle changes that have become habits for the whole family. And because it's fun, the kids take a break from their electronics to go with me.
Wow.
I have more energy. I've met new friends. I haven't felt this good since I was in my, well, let's just say in a long time. Come with me. Going to the Y is more fun with a friend.
A new year, a new you at the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne. To find the nearest location, go to fwymca.org.
A new year brings a new outlook and new promises. This new year, make a resolution that creates lasting change, not one you'll forget in a few weeks. You owe it to yourself to reach your potential and become your best self. The YMCA invites you to start the new year with a new you. A membership to the Y can help you and your family grow and become stronger. Join the Y community for an even better you in the new year. To find the nearest location, go to fwymca.org. That's fwymca.org.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best. Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop by the office on Pony Express Run, next door to the Leo Post Office, and talk to any of the friendly agents that would be happy to help you. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of Allen County High School athletics. At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best. Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop by the office on Pony Express Run, next door to the Leo Post Office, and talk to any of the friendly agents that would be happy to help you. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of Allen County High School athletics. Hi, this is Dale from the Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Okay, what's your secret?
To what?
To looking so good. And it's not just that. You definitely have a new confidence about you. Whatever it is you're doing, I want to do it too.
You can. I joined the YMCA because I made a promise to take better care of myself.
Clearly, it's working.
Thank you. Since the Y focuses on healthy living, I've reached more than just fitness goals. I've made lifestyle changes that have become habits for the whole family. And because it's fun, the kids take a break from their electronics to go with me.
Wow.
I have more energy, I've met new friends. I haven't felt this good since I was in my, well, let's just say in a long time. Come with me. Going to the Y is more fun with a friend.
A new year, a new you at the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne. To find the nearest location, go to fwymca.org.
Welcome back to Blackhawk Christian High School. Here on The Voice alongside Paul Suvar. I'm Brian Greenwalt. Welcome back to the broadcast. Blackhawk Christian trailing 33-25 at halftime. They will have the ball to start the second half. Caleb First a little frustrated there in the first half. The immediate double team came. He was having a hard time getting the open look. What do they do? What do they do about that in the second half?
Well, I think what we saw towards the end of the second quarter right there in the transition, trying to pick up the pace. Really the score right now as it is, obviously Homestead's happy to be ahead by 8 at halftime, no question about it. But as far as the amount of points scored for both teams, this is definitely the pace that Homestead wants to kind of continue to play at. The Braves want to try and pick up the pace right here and then go quick. Get it to their 7-footer. Get it to their all-star. Get it quick into his hands and let him go to work.
First turnaround jumper there. Had at least three on him.
A lot of contact.
A little bit of contact there. Didn't get it to go. Homestead has the ball. On this side, they're looking to try to get inside to their guy, Luke Goody. He brings it all the way back out to have it, and now Caleb picks him up. Grinsfelder gets it inside against Callan Wood and goes up for two.
Boy, good hard-nosed play right there by Grinsfelder, going right into the body.
Caleb First, nice play by Goody, but they're going to call him for the foul, and that is number 3.
Oh, big one right there early. First minute of the second half right here. Goody's going to pick up his third foul. Big decision by coach here at Homestead, whether or not to allow Goody to continue to play in the third quarter. We'll try and sit him and protect him from picking up that fourth.
First free throw is good for First. He had 11 first half points. Right now, they're going to keep him in the ball game. I got to imagine they'll change their defensive strategy a little bit, although he was not the main guy guarding First in the first half anyway.
True. Yep, and that is, Goody has typically been the player who's come off that double team with his size and length, trying to make it difficult for Caleb to shoot over top of him and, again, pass it to the open man. Been effective. Well, I'll tell you what, though, smelling blood. If I'm the Blackhawk Braves, I would find whoever's Goody is guarding, and I would take it into his body immediately in the next possession. See if you can't pick up that fourth foul.
Not to mention be aggressive against him on the defensive end.
Yes.
Speaking of aggressive, a nice take there by Barker for two. Barker with his 8th point of the night. Down low, Caleb First. Here comes the double team by Goody. He may be fortunate he didn't get that one. I heard a lot of wrist on that one, but out of bounds underneath to the Braves.
Good hands by Goody. Again, raking that ball away from Caleb. He brought it down by his hip. Trying to keep that ball up by your head, big man.
Yeah, again, Goody's got to be real careful doing that sort of thing against First here. Nice bucket underneath there by Caleb.
Beautiful aggressive play there by Caleb. Again, he saw Goody coming over to him, but he turned into him. Goody didn't want to pick up that fourth foul, so it wasn't as aggressive as he normally would be.
And Goody, speaking of aggressive, he is on that play. He gets the two, and we got the foul coming up on Callan Wood.
That's really one of the issues that the Braves had in the first half. They were trying desperately to stay close to that three-point line because Homestead, they put up a lot of threes on a night-by-night basis, but because they were guarding that three-point line so hard, that left open really driving lanes, and there were some late defensive rotations coming over on the help side when their players got beat. Really giving some easy baskets for Homestead in the first half.
And we got a quick timeout here on the court. 40-29 is our score. Homestead has opened up the lead from an 8-point lead at halftime to an 11-point lead now. Blackhawk looking to see what they can do on the offensive end. Caleb has early 4 points here in the third quarter. And again, as you said, go quickly before that double team can fully come to him.
Yeah, without question. I mean, get that ball into Caleb's hands right here. They've made a concerted effort here in the second half to do it, and then let your man go to work. I think if they stay consistent on the offensive side of the ball, working inside out, they're going to be just fine. They're going to get their points. I think the issue right now is on the defensive side of the ball for the Braves, trying to get over on that rotational help and trying to get a hand up in Goody's face and make life difficult for him.
Burke brings it up for the Braves. Davidson on the left-hand side. Jump shot from the free throw line extended, no good. Goody with the rebound for the Spartans. Right-hand side to Kruger. Goody guarded now by Davidson. Gets all the way into the lane. Left-hand layup is good and the foul.
Boy, as soon as Goody found that switch on him, he was taking the ball straight into the lane right there. Had Marcus on his hip. Again, finishing with that offhand. That's the second time in a row Goody's been able to get to the 10, absorb that contact, and finish with the left hand.
Marcus Davidson picks up his second foul of the night. And Goody going for another three-point play. Off the rim, no good. Boyer with the rebound for the Braves. Goody, an excellent free throw shooter on the year. McIntosh looks inside to Caleb. Spin move baseline. And a nice defensive play there by the Spartans. Kruger pulls up with a jump shot, no good. And we have Goody with number 4.
Wow. Huge call right there. Going against Luke Goody. Aggressively trying to corral in that offensive rebound. Goes over the back of Marcus Davidson, who is in position. Good position. Oh, that's a big call right there going against Homestead.
Coach Johnson with no choice here now. Look for Goody to probably be out the rest of the third quarter with 4 fouls. We'll see how the Spartans respond.
Great opportunity right here by the Braves.
Boyer wide open three-pointer.
Yes,
it's good.
Got to make it. Got to have Jake Boyer. Got to have Callan Wood. When that ball is getting rotated going inside out, they have to be willing to take that shot.
You talked about that at halftime. One of the other guys needed to step up and hit their outside shots. And Jake Boyer did it right there. Caleb First going way outside on the defensive end. Barker will bring it out for Homestead. And he pulls Caleb First way out. Now he goes around him. And travels.
Better defensive rotation on that ball right there. Oh, I'll tell you what, Caleb found himself about 30 feet away from the basket right there, guarding Barker. He ended up having Barker slide by him, but again, rotational defense. Get your man in front of him. Put up some resistance.
McIntosh inside to First. Rotated to
sir.
Davidson, right-hand side, off the rim. First, looks like we got a push from behind.
Greinsfelder.
Yep. Greinsfelder picks up his third foul of the ball game. And that is 3 on Homestead in this half.
Huge opportunity. You can kind of feel the momentum starting to swing back towards the Braves side of the ball right here. Just as soon as Goody picked up that 4th foul, hit that three-pointer, get a turnover on the other side of the ball, so you can't chip away.
Here's a key substitution for Homestead. They just brought Jake Archibald into the ball game to replace Greinsfelder. Archibald was the guy toward the end of that second half who was guarding Caleb, just like he is down here. Has that lower center of gravity and was really pushing against Caleb's lower body and really getting him out of the lane and really uncomfortable.
That's a great point right there. He's got broad shoulders. He's a thick young man, strong young man. He's going to try and muscle up Caleb.
Zane Burke off with the 3. Rebound to Homestead. Kruger will bring it up for the Spartans. Penetration. Yep. We got the offensive foul.
Boy, 2 straight defensive possessions right there where they've got good positional defense taking place. Rotation on the previous one, causing that travel to take place. And in this possession right here, we've got ourselves Jake Boyer sliding those feet over, squaring up his shoulders, drawing that charge.
Simmons picks up his second foul. Braves down 10, 4.5 to go in the third quarter. Burke throws it. McIntosh had gone in instead of staying home, and we got out of bounds to the Spartans. A little miscommunication there. McIntosh had cut inside. Burke thought he was still outside.
Pressing a little bit right now, Zane. That was a deep three on the previous possession. And again, pitching it out of bounds. You're absolutely right. Just a case of a miscommunication on that errant pass.
Kruger with the pull-up jumper for two. Nice shot there by Zach Kruger.
Boy, again, the scoring load is going to have to fall upon Kruger's shoulders at this point right here.
Got the foul called there on Simmons, and that's number 3 on Simmons. Oh, I'm sorry.
Archibald. Okay.
Got that on Archibald. That's his first of the ball game. Simmons, the way he reacted, I thought that foul was on him. They get it in to first. Free throw line extended. Jump shot is good.
Beautiful shot right there. He has a height advantage over Archibald. He's going to have that every single possession that Archibald is going to be on him. Easy rise up over. Splash that home.
Kruger now with the ball for the Spartans. Archibald gets it to Simmons. Left-hand side. That shot is off. Nice rebound by Archibald over Davidson. Outside jump shot by Raudenbush for 3.
I tell you what, that's the poison right there. Again, you give up that offensive rebound, give them a second chance. Homestead loves to shoot threes.
Zane Burke in the corner, jump shot in and out, no good. Boyer fights for it, and we're going to stay with the Braves. Good fight there by Boyer underneath, knocked it off the Spartans. Oh, and now the referees are going to change their mind, and we're going to go over to the Spartans. The outside official came in, thought he had a better look at it. The referee talking to Archibald all the way down the court. I'm not sure exactly what that's about. Certainly giving him a stern lecture there.
Yeah, Archibald's been a bulldog. He's really kind of been bodying up, being very physical with Caleb First. I'm sure they just trying to give him an explanation as far as why he's picked up that last foul.
That time the Spartans just slipped on the floor. Must have been some moisture down there. They're cleaning up there right now. But that was just a pure case of his feet just coming right out from under him. 47-34 is our score. We have 3:09 remaining in the third quarter. Blackhawk with possession, trailing by 13. Past couple times down the court, they have not gone into first like they've been doing so often the previous possessions.
I couldn't agree more. I think Zane has kind of pressed the last couple possessions that he's had, whether it's been the deep three that he put up, he pitched it out of bounds the next possession, and then the last possession down the floor, he ended up taking a 19-footer, a step inside the three-point line. Just a little bit quick. Run your offense. Allow it to manifest itself. You're going to get open shots. You just got to trust it.
McIntosh tried to go into first. Nice job of coming over the top there by Simmons. Knocked it away. Coach Johnson telling Kruger to slow it down. Homestead just hoping to keep this lead. They don't need to grow it. They just need to keep hold of what they've got while they're playing without their main guy. Simmons with the up and under underneath 4-2.
Boy, beautiful take right there, going straight into the body, looking it up off the glass.
First on the block. Spins to the left to the baseline and throws it down with a dunk.
Boy, emphatic. They need more of it.
Caleb First with 8 points this quarter, 19 points on the ball game, yet the Braves still find themselves trailing by 13.
Yeah, this is the side of the floor that they need to buckle down on. Get a couple defensive stops.
Kruger on the right-hand side, guarded by Burke. Left-hand side now, Simmons. Outside, Archibald.
Ooh.
Raudenbush trying to take first. Here's Barker. Now to Kruger, resets the offense. Left-hand side, Raudenbush pulls first all the way out. Barker now going in the lane. Kruger, three-pointer off the rim, and Davidson with the board. Raudenbush with that miss for the Spartans. Boyer to Burke. Looked inside at first. He wasn't there. Davidson, a nice up and under again for 2.
Boy, it's just good patience by Marcus. Good body control. Show him the ball. Allow the defender to fly past you on the contest. going to rise up and hit the shot.
Davidson, at least the third time he's done that move out here. Really effective use of the shot fakes. Simmons with the ball way out top for the Spartans. Boyer applying the pressure. First,
beautiful.
Nice job of body control. Went straight up with it and got the block.
Oh.
Now on the other end, we got the foul on the floor. And we'll see who they give it to there for the Spartans. A great look ahead to first. And they give that foul to 14, Barker. That's his second. And they just told Caleb, hey, that foul's on the floor, and he couldn't believe it.
Oh, phenomenal defensive play there by Caleb on the other end. And then look who's hustling down the end. You got a big guy running the floor, beating everybody down to the offensive side of it, corralling that pass in. Terrific hands, and again, absorbing that contact. I thought he had 2 free throws himself, but
Davidson, baseline jumper in and out. First tries to go around Archibald Fort, and instead it's Raudenbush with it for the Homestead Spartans. Homestead up 11. We are under 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Now the big question coming into the fourth is how much longer does Luke Goody sit on the bench with his 4 fouls?
There it is.
Turnover, they're going to get it ahead, but to who? Couldn't corral it. That pass was between First and Burke, and they were both going for it. Neither one could bring it down.
Oh boy, they got their defensive possession. They wanted it right there. They created the turnover. Just an errant pass again. They've just been a little off kilter this whole night. Not out of rhythm. They're just out of rhythm just enough where we've seen passes kind of fly out of bounds. We've missed streaking guys down the floor. Just there. They're going to try and clean that up in the fourth quarter, see what they can't get a comeback going.
And we've got the foul out top. It'll be out of bounds. Zane Burke picks that foul up, but it is not a shooting foul. We talked about Luke Goody. Coach Johnson just put him in there at the at that change of possession there for this last shot. 5 seconds to go for Homestead. They get it in, and we've got traveling, I believe.
All right, big call right there. Again, gives the Braves an opportunity to advance the ball the other direction.
2.8, and obviously we'll get Goody out of the ball game here on the defensive end of things. That way he doesn't pick up number 5 here at the very end of the third quarter. Barker into the ball game to replace Kruger. Trying to get some size out there on the court as we only have 2.8 to go. Boyer brings it all the way into First. First tries to get to the bucket off the back rim. Couldn't get it to go. We are entering fourth quarter territory here at Blackhawk Christian. The score, Homestead 49, Blackhawk 38. Back with fourth quarter action on The Voice.
A new year brings a new outlook and new promises. This new year, make a resolution that creates lasting change, not one you'll forget in a few weeks. You owe it to yourself to reach your potential and become your best self. The YMCA invites you to start the new year with a new you. A membership to the Y can help you and your family grow and become stronger. Join the Y community for an even better you in the new year. To find the nearest location, go to fwymca.org. That's fwymca.org.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best. Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop by the office on Pony Express Run, next door to the Leo Post Office, and talk to any of the friendly agents that would be happy to help you. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of Allen County High School athletics.
Fourth quarter action here on The Voice. Homestead will have it to begin the quarter. Welcome back to The Voice along with Paul Suvar. I'm Brian Greenwalt. 49-38 our score. Homestead with the lead, and Luke Goody not on the court to begin the fourth quarter. Callan Wood a little over aggressive with that, and he picks up the foul. That is Wood's third. The fourth in the half for Blackhawk. So an interesting decision by Coach Johnson. Obviously, Goody set out most of that quarter, and Homestead actually expanded their lead. So he doesn't have to be in a hurry to get Goody back into the lineup.
I think it's smart. I really do. You've got an 11-point lead right now. You could try and steal a couple minutes here. Maybe try and input Goody maybe about the 6-minute mark. If you get under 6 minutes, that's even better.
Into the lane, Barker guarded by Wood. Now Rowdenbush all the way in for 2.
Boy, that's beautiful right there. Good offensive rotation of that ball, and they get hard-nosed defense, driving it straight into the body of the defenders.
Davidson on the right-hand side for 3.
Got to have plenty of those fall for the Braves here in the fourth quarter if they're expecting to make a comeback here. But it's got to come through really the rhythm of their offense. They can't press. They can't rush shots. They got to be willing to take what is given to them.
Double team there for a second by Kruger, and they're going to get Wood on the floor there. That's his 4th foul of the ball game.
Oof, 2 quick fouls here by Callan Wood. That's tough. Kellen's one of the better defenders that the Braves have right here, and that's the side of the floor that they have to buckle down on and make sure that Homestead doesn't extend this lead on them any further.
Inbounds to Kruger, baseline jumper off the rim, no good. First with the board for the Braves. Ahead to Davidson. Davidson drives baseline, and they're going to get the foul there on Rowdenbush, I believe. And that is his first of the ball game. 7th on Homestead, though, so we've got the bonus. 1-1 for Marcus Davidson.
That could be a big advantage here for the Braves. Just under 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. They're already in the bonus in the second half. They can really chip away here if they got to make their free throws.
And they've got Jake Boyer going over the back. And that is Jake's second. A very rare free throw miss there by Marcus Davidson.
Yes, he's a good free throw shooter, he is.
Shooting well over 80% on the season. 10-point lead for Homestead. Just under 7 to go in the ball game. Kruger slowly brings it up for Homestead. Burke applies the pressure. McIntosh went for the steal against Barker, and they've got Barker with the offensive foul going into Caleb First.
Boy, that's a great call by the official. Barker lowered his shoulder and just went chest deep into Caleb and knocked him back about 2 feet.
Greinsfelder coming in to replace Archibald. Greinsfelder he's playing with 3 fouls. And here comes Zane Burke for Blackhawk. A double screen for Burke all the way around on the right-hand side. Gets it underneath to Davidson. Can't handle the pass, and Homestead will have the ball.
That's kind of been the story all night long. The passes have just been just a quarter of a shade off right there, and just hard to handle. It's been difficult for the Braves to get in their rhythm on offense.
Left-hand side for the Spartans. Kruger looking for help. Greinsfelder comes all the way out. Now he'll have it. Barker on the right-hand side. Gets it to Kruger, and Homestead slows it up once again. Screen by Greinsfelder. Now Caleb First comes all the way out on Kruger. McIntosh matches up with Greinsfelder, and he goes all the way in for 2.
Boy, that's beautiful offense right there again. When you're guarding the three-point line, there's going to be open driving lanes, and Greinsfelder's done a really good job here in the second half, exploiting that, taking advantage of those driving lanes when they've been available. Got to hit it.
Jake Boyer, left side, off the back rim for 3. Nice board there by McIntosh. And they've got the push against Homestead. Let's see who that foul is on. Greinsfelder picks up his 4th foul.
I'll tell you what, the Braves are putting Homestead in all kinds of foul trouble. Greinsfelder with his 4th. We know Goody's he's been on the bench here for the majority of the second half with his 4 fouls. It's going to be really the onus is going to be laid upon the Braves to step up to the free throw line and take advantage of these freebies that they're going to get, because they're going to be shooting free throws every time the whistle blows against Homestead the rest of the night.
They got some moisture again down there underneath Homestead's bucket. They're going to wipe that up, and the players are going to go to the bench. A freebie timeout here for the coaches from both sides. Coach Davidson trying to get his team to step it up on the defensive end. That's really been the struggle tonight. Some open layups for Homestead, and sometimes just seemed like they didn't know who they were guarding. Like you've said before, the rotation comes slow, and Homestead really with some buckets that you don't usually see Blackhawk giving up.
Yeah, without question. There's been instances where the rotation has just been late coming across there. And to a certain degree, you can't understand why. I mean, Homestead likes to shoot the three-pointers, and Blackhawk tonight has been really guarding the three-point line very stringently. They haven't had too many open looks as Homestead. So really the onus is laid upon individual one-on-one defensive battles and trying to make sure that your man doesn't beat you off the dribble. And Homestead's done a good job tonight of doing that, taking the Braves off the dribble, getting to the basket, and getting some easy looks.
Blackhawk will try the trapping press. They get all the way down here. Almost pulled the pivot foot there, I thought. Down.
Like a wall. Close.
Barker has it. Tries to get to Kruger, and there's the steal that Blackhawk was looking for. Caleb First takes it all the way in. We'll see what they got. They've got the blocking foul. See who picks that up. And looks like Simmons. That is Simmons' third of the ball game.
All right. I like that aggressive play there by Caleb, though. He got the ball out on the break. There was a wall of defenders. Homestead was building a wall in front of Caleb, but he was not to be denied, taking it into the body, again, creating that contact.
Yeah, I'll tell you, a lot of times you'll see that call go against the offensive player.
That was a 50-50 one right there.
And Caleb being thrown off his rhythm here a little bit as they continue to wipe up some perspiration on the court.
That's good player safety. Get the floor wiped up, cleaned up. You don't need undue injury caused by people kind of flopping on the floor here.
I mean, can't these guys just stop sweating? I mean, really. I mean, just stop sweating. You know,
that's simple, fellas.
we got to clean up. We got to speed up the game here. You know.
Oh, it's a school night. That's right.
That's right.
These guys
got to get home. 53-43 our score. We have 5:01 remaining. Caleb First knocks down the first.
It's going to be big. It's going to be big. That's where the Braves are going to chip away here at this lead. They got to be solid and sound on a defensive end. Homestead's going to make a couple buckets down the stretch here. There's no question about it. Braves are not going to shut out Homestead, but they have to be disciplined and they have to make their free throws.
That one goes in as well. First with 4 big free throws here in the fourth quarter. 53-45. Chips away. Now an 8-point lead. Homestead will call the timeout as they were getting ready to be trapped there in the corner. We've got a 30-second timeout here by Homestead. They haven't seen the press yet in this game. And Blackhawk, you know, they've instituted this press in other games just to, if nothing else, to slow it down and just to throw them a little bit off kilter. Not necessarily going for the steal down here, but throwing the offense off once you get down to half court.
Great point. And again, it's been effective in prior games as well. Of course, it's a good call, I think, by the Homestead coach to call the timeout, to get his team organized, to establish how they're going to attack the press if the Braves come out with a press again. But, boy, calling that timeout in the corner. When they inbounded that ball, they had the entire baseline to run, but because they called the timeout, it's going to be a fixed position in that coffin corner down there. That's going to be a difficult position to try and inbound this ball.
Here's the other thing that timeout does, though. Luke Goody back into the ball game for Homestead.
Right. There goes that man.
Just under 5 minutes to go, and Coach Johnson couldn't wait anymore. He saw that lead go under 10, and he's got to bring his superstar back into the ball game. They try to throw it off First's foot, and they do succeed. And now they've got the ball on the sideline, still pretty much in the corner. A little bit different positioning there, though. And we will try to get it in again.
Now watch over the top. Watch over the top.
Caleb First, obviously a big obstacle to getting that ball in. And they do get it into Archibald. He dribbles out and gets it to Kruger. And they go for a little half-court trap out by the 10-second line. Now they pull back to the man-to-man. Kruger right side to Archibald. Caleb First now guarding Luke Goody. That's really the first time in the ball game that those two have matched up individually on the defensive end.
I like it. I like the move here by Coach.
We got the trap there, and Jake Boyer bodies up just a little bit too much. And that's the third foul on Jake. And now that's the 7th team foul on Blackhawk. So now Homestead will go into the bonus the rest of the way.
Yeah, Goody is a solid free throw shooter right here. He's not the guy you want to foul 35 feet away from the basket right there.
The junior up and in. His first point of the quarter, 17th point of the night. Right about his average. 17 points exactly is his average on the season, actually. Second one short, but the offensive rebound to Homestead. Goody for three, in and out. Davidson with the board.
Dodged a bullet, did the Braves on that position.
A big one. Offensive rebounding has been one of the keys for Homestead. Davidson tries to go up and under, and he travels with the ball. That's the move that he's done a couple times tonight. Homestead was ready for it that time. They did not fall for the fake.
That is absolutely right, yeah. Marcus did that drop step pump fake. And again, good discipline by the Spartans right there on a defensive possession. Not biting this round.
Archibald gets it across. Now beats the half-court trap, and they get it over to Goody. 4 minutes remaining in the ball game. Outside, Greinsfelder looking for help. And he calls the timeout as he gets caught out there with nowhere to go. And I don't know what...
Well, they called a foul, I think, on... It looked like Marcus was trying to intentionally foul Greinsfelder, trying to put him on the line. he had to like go over to the official as he's tapping him on the back. He's like, I'm trying to foul him.
Greinsfelder
drops
in.
Wow.
That would be called the shooter's touch.
That hit the back of the iron, hit the top of the backboard, and somehow fell through.
Greinsfelder, a 61% free throw shooter on the season.
What a clutch.
But the way tonight's been going for the supporting cast for the Spartans, buries 2 key free throws.
Greinsfelder has played a really solid ball game, whether it's driving the basket, playing defense, rebounding. He's really stepped up big for the Spartans tonight.
Just under 4 minutes to go. Blackhawks down 11. First with the spin move, gets it out. McIntosh was wide open, didn't even look for the shot. Burke does look for the shot, drawing away from the basket. Wood falling away from the basket. Both shots end up short, and Goody with the board for the Spartans. That ball stood up for a long time in the air. Archibald driving underneath, and McIntosh, that's called on the floor. McIntosh with the foul. That'll be his first foul, 9th team foul for Blackhawk.
Yeah, good defensive pressure right there. Again, the Braves are trying to trap in the half court, create that quick turnover, swing that ball the other direction, and try and score in transition. But Archibald, he read that play right. Guys are playing you tight. Get yourself heading towards the basket.
Archibald, his first point of the night. Hasn't shot a ton of free throws on the season, but does shoot it at a 73% rate. Now 9 of 12 on the season. Second one up and in for Archibald. The senior, his first 2 points of the game, they couldn't have come at a better time for the Spartans. Burke gets it to First. First will drive it all the way in, and they will get the foul there on the play. We'll see who that's against. That's going to go against Archibald. His second. Double bonus time here for the Braves. Caleb First will step to the line for 2. Got to make these freebies down the stretch.
Yep. Got to be clutch. Got to step up, have ice water in the veins, be able to stay cool, calm, and collected. Take that deep breath and hit your free throws. Caleb's a great free throw shooter, a tremendous asset to have as a big guy. It's going to be vital. I expect the Braves, after Caleb hits these 2 free throws, to come out in a full court press and try and speed up Homestead. Try and trap them into corners immediately when the ball is advanced past half court. Try and create turnovers right here. Otherwise, it's going to turn into a free throw shooting contest down the stretch. And the Braves are going to have to pick their poison with that, making sure the ball doesn't get into Goody's hands. Nice.
First, second one also good. 6 free throws here in the fourth quarter for First. Kruger breaks that press. They got a 4-on-2. Reinsfelder goes up and in, and it went in anyway, but they did get First there for the goaltending.
Yeah, his second goaltending call of the night. Well, that's beautiful. I'll tell you what, you break the press right there, take it into the basket, make them pay.
And Kylan Wood over to McIntosh. Wood now Burke. First inside.
Nice look.
All the way out. McIntosh with the open jumper. In and out. No good. Hustles for his own rebound. Burke gets it over to Davidson. Left side three. And it buries it.
Good shot right there.
Quick timeout by Coach Davidson. Nice shot by Marcus Davidson. They're going to need a few of those down the stretch. Full timeout here. We'll keep it right here. 60-50. We've got this 10-point lead that's been just hanging right around this spot the entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I mean, since halftime, the Braves went on halftime down 8. That lead got extended out to about 11 points here at the end of the third here. But again, you're absolutely right. It's hung around that 10-point, that 12-point. They extended it out to 14 points at one point as well. But the Braves are in it. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left, down by 10. It's all going to be about defensive intensity and whether or not you can stop Homestead from scoring enough. They're going to get points. They will. You need to try and limit Homestead to capping out maybe 56, maybe 57, but you have to be flawless on the offensive end if that's all they're going to get down the stretch here.
Homestead looking to expand the lead here. 2:45 to go. Coach Davidson not only setting up the next play and the next defensive play, but he's talking strategy for these last 2.5 minutes. He's trying to get them to know exactly what they need to do, both offensively and defensively. I still got to believe, even at this point, the offense still has to run through Caleb.
Yeah.
And if he's got his shot, then he can go for it. He can try to get fouled, and hopefully, if a double team comes, that'll bring that three-point shooting wide open for Blackhawk.
Yeah. Staying calm, not rushing things, but allowing the offense to go through its natural state.
I'm not sure what happened there.
He slipped.
Slipped on some more moisture down there. I mean,
goodness.
This game, I mean, they've been cleaning up moisture on this court for most of the second half here.
Yeah, there have been bodies on the floor. Guys have attempted to take charges or contesting shots and falling down on the court as well, which is adding to that moisture on the floor. But, yeah, goodness, Archbold ended up running the baseline, and you're absolutely right, just lost his footing. The ball was out of bounds and then trickled over the baseline, which ends up being a violation.
Now the referee trying to see if there's moisture coming from above. I mean, I saw him reach his hand out almost like, do we have a leak somewhere? I really don't think we do. I don't know where all this moisture. I think it's just the guys out there on the court.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's they're working hard. They're sweating hard.
Well, I'll tell you the other thing. You pack this many bodies into this gym, and it gets humid in here tonight. I mean, we know that from up here, at our angle. And the humidity is going to cause a little bit of that moisture down there on the floor as well. So we've got the ball in. Here's Caleb First. He's got trap coming. Yeah, Goody took it right away. You saw that coming from up here.
Wow, great defensive play there by Goody again, attacking that weak side. Caleb's head was turned, and Goody took advantage of it.
Yeah, snuck around that left side as First wasn't looking. Wow. And Kruger goes all the way in for an easy bucket underneath.
He's got to keep going until they stop you. Nobody stepped in front of Kruger's way right there. It's been kind of the story all night. Late defensive rotation.
Nice takeaway there by Archibald, and Caleb First picks up the foul on him to try to stop the clock as we got 2:13, and we are out to a 12-point lead for Homestead.
Yeah, double bonus all the way through. Homestead is in the driver's seat at this position. Their focus is just going to be being strong with the ball and making sure that they step up to the line and hit their free throws.
Archibald, the senior, knocked down two just a few minutes ago. Nails the first.
Well, he's really provided some solid minutes off the bench there for Homestead. He's not the tallest guy in the world, but you know what? He's played hard-nosed defense. He's kind of got that football mentality when he's stepping out on the floor, bodying up Caleb, making life difficult for him.
Second one is good as well. 64-50 now our score. 2:13 to go in the ball game. Zane Burke on the right-hand side. Marcus Davidson shoots the three off the rim, no good. Kellen Wood fights for it underneath. McIntosh fights for it as well. We'll see what the guy. I think Homestead may have gotten the timeout call.
Yeah.
So we got the full timeout here. We'll keep it here. 2:03 remaining in the ball game. And that one may have been just a touch forced by Marcus, but he had just enough of an opening to try to get that ball up there, knowing that you've got at this point you've got to hit those 3-pointers.
Yep, they've got to fall for it at this stage of the game right here, down 14 points. If you even have a sliver of light to get that shot off from deep, you got to trust Marcus. I mean, he's shooting well over 50% from downtown on the year, so he's a trustworthy shooter without question. But yeah, moving forward from here, the last 2:03, the Braves have to be flawless. And really, they have to hope at this stage of the game, they either have to hope to get quick turnovers and turn into transition buckets, or they have to hope that the Spartans end up missing free throws down the stretch to give them a chance.
64-50 is our score. 2:03 remaining in the ball game. For Homestead, they've survived this without Goody doing a whole lot here in the second half.
A great point.
I mean, he got some early buckets in the third quarter before he committed that fourth foul. Went out for the whole rest of the third quarter, and part of this fourth quarter has only scored 1 point here in the fourth, yet Homestead just continues to expand their lead.
Yeah, that is a great point. He went out, a little over a minute or so in the fourth quarter. The third quarter, he picked up his fourth foul, and he sat. Absolutely right. It's about 5 minutes to go in the game in the fourth quarter here. And Homestead hasn't really missed a beat. They've been aggressive. They've played hard-nosed defense. They've been very intentional about taking the ball to the basket.
And Callan Wood commits the foul on Kruger. And we're going to go free throws down the stretch as Wood fouls out. That was his fifth foul. Jake Boyer checks back in for him. Callan Wood drew that defensive assignment tonight. You go into the game and he says, Callan, you're going to guard Mr. Luke Goody tonight. And, Callan did his best against him. Luke Goody fought for all the points that he scored here tonight.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Callan, hard-nosed player right there, one of the better defenders that the Braves are rolling out on a night-to-night basis. Yeah, he drew the short straw tonight, having to go up against the 6'6" wing Goody. But great effort by Callan.
Goody right on his average, 17 points tonight. It's all the other guys who have stepped up for Homestead in a big way. Second one is off for Kruger. Just under 2 minutes to go. Burke drives around, goes all the way to the basket, and they've got the foul called, looks like against Archibald, and Burke will go to the line to shoot two. Archibald picks up his third. Nice drive there by Burke, just looking for a quick bucket there. You didn't need to go for the three there. You need something really fast, and the penetration is the best way to do that there.
Yeah, no question. Force the action right there. Zanes ends up taking the ball to the basket, ends up drawing the foul. It's the best way to score at this stage of the game here when the clock isn't running. You just have to be effective. You have to make sure you hit your free throws here, chip away. Miracles happen. You never know.
15-point lead for the Spartans. Zane Burke, the junior, steps up to the line for the Braves. First shot is nothing but net for Burke. His first points since the first quarter. 5 points on the night for Burke. Second one up and good. Full court pressure applied by Blackhawk. Kruger has the ball. Gets it over to Goody. Not the guy you want to foul. All the way over to Kruger now. And they're going to hold this and try to make Blackhawk foul them. And right there, the foul on Kruger, who went 1 for 2 from his last trip to the line.
Boy, in that position right there, Kruger had picked up his dribble. He's on the sideline. I know that the officials in that setup right there are probably looking for Blackhawk to foul, but boy, you have him picking up his dribble with your 7-footer, and then your 6'3", Andrew McIntosh kind of clamping down on him, trying to get that jump ball, trying to create a turnover. Wait that extra second so as not to commit the foul and see if you can't get the cheap turnover in that position.
Kruger hits the first. Homestead vacates the free throw line as he hits the second. Extend that lead back to 15 for the Spartans. Approaching a minute and a half to go in the ball game. Burke, McIntosh, Jake Boyer on the right-hand side. Somebody's got to look for their shot here for the Braves. Zane Burke up top, screened by First. Burke looks for the penetration. McIntosh open for three. Off the rim, no good. The ball ballied around. Archibald has it. Gets it over to Luke Goody. Goes up and in with the layup.
Yep, good unselfish play right there by Archibald. Again, continue to take that ball in and hits his partner in crime, Luke Goody. Easy 2-point basket for him.
Davidson on the outside. Dribbling against Simmons. Goes with the left hand, no good. And he will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, nice aggressive take right there by Davidson.
Simmons picks up his 4th foul. And both teams getting ready to empty their benches. Get these guys some run here in a big game like this with just under a minute to go. Davidson first, though, to the line. First one up and in. 7 points in the quarter here by Davidson. Great game here tonight by both teams. Both teams obviously putting out max effort. Blackhawk going to come out on the short end tonight. A rare home loss for the Braves.
It's been a while. It has been a while. But you know what? This is a formidable foe here in Homestead, stepping onto the court right here. Extremely well disciplined, extremely physical in their play, extremely skilled as a team.
Yeah, it hasn't been all Luke Goody tonight. He's gotten his points. I think he's going to end with 19. But certainly everybody stepped up for Homestead tonight. Right-hand side. Eziakadu. Outside now, that's Colpine. Try to get a few of these guys' names into the official scores here. Eziakadu with a drive, and he gets the foul called there.
Yeah, solid young player here, Eziakadu. We saw him in the JV game, really kind of exerting his will against the Braves in that matchup.
First one off the back rim hard. His older brother played for the Spartans a few years back, an excellent player.
He was, yes.
Remember calling his name a lot in that game, because when you have a name like that, you remember calling it.
It's easy to remember.
Another one off the back rim. Nice rebound there by Luke LaGrange. LaGrange will bring it up for Blackhawk. He'll go all the way to the basket. They're going to call that foul on the floor. And that foul is against 24, Rowdenbush. That is his second. Luke LaGrange will get a chance to get in the scorer book here. A couple free throws. LaGrange, first one off the back rim, no good. Second one coming. 23.4 left in the ball game. Second one up and good. Nice to get your name in the book there.
Yeah.
20 seconds to go. Homestead, Rowdenbush has it. Gets it out to, who's that, 42, Leaper. Now Eziakadu, guarded by Jalen Morris. He'll penetrate, pull it back out. Get it out to Leaper. 1 second to go. And they will not take a final shot, which means our final score tonight. Homestead 69, Blackhawk 55. We'll be back to wrap things up here in just a minute on The Voice.
Hi, this is Dale from The Voice Enterprises. For countless years, I struggled with back pain, and more often than not, the doctors would just prescribe pain meds, which would just dull the pain. It wasn't until I was referred to Indiana Physical Therapy that I truly experienced pain relief. The professionals at IPT showed me the correct exercises and stretches for my problems, and my back pain began to fade away, and as a result, my entire body began to feel better. Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all types of injuries and ailments and accept all insurance. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, call 824-0522 or visit indianapt.com.
Okay, what's your secret?
To what?
To looking so good. And it's not just that. You definitely have a new confidence about you. Whatever it is you're doing, I want to do it too.
You can. I joined the YMCA because I made a promise to take better care of myself.
Clearly, it's working.
Thank you. Since the Y focuses on healthy living, I've reached more than just fitness goals. I've made lifestyle changes that have become habits for the whole family. And because it's fun, the kids take a break from their electronics to go with me.
Wow.
I have more energy. I've met new friends. I haven't felt this good since I was in my, well, let's just say in a long time. Come with me. Going to the Y is more fun with a friend.
A new year, a new you at the YMCA of Greater Fort Wayne. To find the nearest location, go to fwymca.org.
Welcome back to Blackhawk Christian here on The Voice alongside Paul Subar. I'm Brian Greenwalt. Welcome back. Our final score, Homestead 69, Blackhawk 55, and I'll tell you, what an atmosphere here tonight, Paul. Big-time matchup, packed house, college coaches in the crowd. It's kind of fun to see these guys trying to get pictures taken and stuff with some of the college coaches. Roy Williams from North Carolina, saw Coach Painter from Purdue right down there, Coach Izzo from Michigan State here, Illinois head coach here tonight as well. So a lot of guys, and they're watching a lot of talent out here tonight.
Oh, boy, they sure were. But they got a show put on for them. Tremendous atmosphere tonight here at home, Blackhawk Christian. Great energy from both teams. And you're absolutely right. Packed house. Boy, they were in for a treat here. Two powerhouses here in the greater Fort Wayne area. Locking horns tonight here. They were in for a treat. Unfortunately for the Braves, they're came up a little short tonight, and that ends a pretty extensive streak here of home wins that dates back over 2 years at this point, where they haven't tasted loss here on their home court. So kudos to Homestead. Tremendous effort by them tonight. Super well disciplined, whether it was rebounding, whether it was defense, whether it was contributions from players outside of Goody, trying to really stave off those runs that Blackhawk was trying to put together. It was really a complete effort by the Spartans tonight.
Yeah, Coach Johnson had these guys ready to play tonight, and we mentioned it wasn't just the leading scorer, Luke Goody. I mean, Goody, we mentioned it, he set out most of the third quarter, part of the fourth quarter once he got in foul trouble, and all the other guys stepped up. I mean, and it wasn't just that time period. They were really stepping up throughout the game. Goody never had to press. He never had to feel like he had to take it all on his shoulders tonight, like sometimes a big-time player might in a big-time game. But they had all sorts of guys stepping up, hitting open shots, finding the open guy. Really an all-around team effort for Homestead tonight.
Yeah, I could not agree more. I tell you, I was really impressed with Reinsfelder coming off the bench. Well, not off the bench, but really taking on the onus of trying to step in for that time period in which Goody would end up picking up his fourth foul about a minute into the third quarter. He had his fourth foul, and he sat till about 5 minutes to go in the game. And boy, Reinsfelder ended up really setting the tone for his team, driving the basket, driving the ball to the basket, being extraordinarily aggressive. I was really impressed with Archbold, Jake Archbold coming off the bench and really bodying up first and wreaking havoc on him. Boy, it's just a sound team. I'll tell you what, Homestead, I think the record at this point, 8-3,
yes.
Coming out. Their losses are extremely respectable to the teams that they have dropped contests to. Thoroughly impressed with their team, with their coaching, with their effort, and I'll tell you what, they're walking out the door today with a big win against a very solid Blackhawk Christian team.
Yeah, anytime you come into Blackhawk Christian and get a win, I mean, we've talked about how rare it is. It's been more than 2 seasons since Blackhawk dropped a game here on the home court. And, tonight, Blackhawk a little bit out of sorts at times. Caleb a little frustrated with the double team. not finding the open guy as much as he has in other games this season. But we mentioned that, and, Caleb still comes out here with 25 points tonight. So he still found his way to score. He was scoring against the double team at times. When Blackhawk would pick up the pace, they could get it down the court before Homestead had a chance to set up their defense, and they would get a quick score into Caleb. But overall, Homestead did a great job with him, against him. And you mentioned Jake Archibald. It's at least 2 games that we've done this season where we've noticed guys with the lower body strength and really get into the lower body of Caleb are really frustrating him, pushing him off that block, and really causing havoc with him.
Yeah, it seems to be a sound way to defend him at this stage of the game. I'm sure Caleb's going to adapt and continue to grow and figure out ways to counter those moves. But you're absolutely right. Guys who are maybe not high in stature but broad in shoulder, being able to get in that low center of gravity and try and root him off that block. And then as soon as that takes place, these teams are coming with immediately with double teams, somebody across the lane to try and clamp down on Caleb. And it's going to be up to Caleb to make that adjustment, to make that quick decision, to find the open man with the cross-court pass or the cutter down on the opposite block, or go quick with his own offense. But yeah, that's been effective on defense, and we say that, and the young man's got 25 points, 25 to 55 that Blackhawks scored tonight. So,
yeah, we talked about, there's going to be a night when Blackhawks' big 3 don't all come up with big games scoring-wise. And tonight, unfortunately, Zane Burke was that guy who, really struggled with his shot tonight. He forced a few shots, just didn't feel comfortable in the offense tonight. 6 points for Zane Burke, and obviously that's way off his season average. And when you look at it, Marcus Davidson comes up with 16 points. They really were missing that third scoring threat, even 4 scoring threat. But really, Zane Burke with 6 points tonight, and, he's on his average of 17, and this is a whole different ballgame.
Oh, without question. I think you're right. I think it's not that Homestead necessarily has extraordinary length. They go 6'3", 6'4", 6'4", 6'6" with Goody, and then Kruger's 5'10", sitting at 5'10". So they don't have extraordinary size and height, but they're extraordinarily well disciplined. And on defense, they were able to rotate over, get into Zane's body, and really contest those shots, whether he was driving or out on the perimeter, even him swinging the ball back and forth. We saw a couple uncharacteristic miscues, sending that ball out of bounds with a miscommunication. Yeah, Zane was just a little bit off tonight. I think that definitely played a pretty big role in the outcome.
Yeah, big night for Homestead tonight. Obviously, again, the score 69 to 55, a big nice win for the Spartans. We'll run down the individual scoring here. First for the Spartans, they were led in scoring by Luke Goody. We talked about some struggle. We talked about sitting out a lot with foul trouble. The big man still comes up with 19 points tonight. And, a lot of those in the first half. He only hit 1 3 tonight. Goody likes to shoot the 3. That's a big part of his game. Really, Blackhawk clamped down on the 3-point shooting by Homestead tonight, but in doing so, gave up some open layups throughout the game as well.
Yeah, I think that was the focal point, kind of stepping into the night. They saw the statistics that Homestead, on a game-by-game basis, they're putting up 16, 17, 18 3-pointers a night. And they're shooting it fairly well at a 40% clip. That's well above average, so they're going to continue to try and shoot from 3. So the Braves tried to really guard that 3-point line heavily, but you're absolutely right. There were some miscommunications on defense where guys were kind of confused as far as who they were switching off to. That's created some wide-open backdoor cuts and all kinds of different driving lanes that the Spartans ended up taking advantage of, unfortunately.
Grant Simmons, he was the all-star for Homestead in that first half. Simmons scored 12 of his 14 points in the first half, including 8 in the first quarter. And it seems like he scored 4 or 6 real early points for Homestead. Really got him off to a great start.
Yeah. And those were a couple of those instances for sure were just those miscommunications with the Braves. They ended up assuming that switch took place. There's a lot of kind of finger pointing going back and forth. And Simmons ended up being the benefactor of being wide open right in front of the rim and getting a couple easy buckets.
One more in double figures for Homestead, and that was your buddy Alec Greinsfelder. He scored 10 points tonight, and 6 of those came in the fourth quarter. He was big down the stretch for Homestead as they tried to maintain that lead. Balanced scoring for Homestead continued. Zach Kruger with 9 points. Preston Barker with 8 points, so just off double figures for those two. 5 points tonight for Patrick Raudenbush, and 4 points tonight for Jake Archibald with 4 key free throws there in that fourth quarter. 69 points overall tonight for the Homestead Spartans. For Blackhawk, led in scoring by the big man, the junior Caleb First, 25 points in the ball game, 14 points of those coming in the second half, and eight of those coming on free throws in the second half. So he really stepped up to the line when he had the opportunity and hit his free throws, but it just a little bit too little too late, unfortunately, for the Braves. Marcus Davidson tried to step up to keep him into the ball game there in that fourth quarter. He hit 2 big threes in the fourth quarter, and he finished with 16 points. Zane Burke tonight with 6. Jake Boyer with 5. Callan Wood scored 2 points tonight, and Luke LaGrange with a late free throw for 1 point. And again, your final score 69-55. Homestead pulls out the win. Homestead goes to 8-3 on the season, and they play next Friday night. They play this Friday night, next game. They play at home against Snyder, and they will try to avenge one of their 3 losses from earlier in the season over the holiday tournament time when they lost to Snyder by 2. Blackhawk goes to 10-2 on the season, and they are at Bishop Luers coming up on Saturday night, and then they travel over to Illinois on MLK Day to play Chicago Westinghouse over in Illinois on January 20th. So our next home game for Blackhawk is not till February 6th. Fort Wayne South comes here on February 6th. Make sure you check the schedules. We did have some changes to the schedule. Blackhawk had the privilege of being invited to play in the Indiana Basketball Day. That's a long day of basketball in Kokomo, and the game with Crispus Attucks got changed to that day, and that'll actually be on TV on Fox Sports Indiana. Long day of Indiana high school basketball, ending the night with a Pacers game, I believe. So cool. A long day of sports there on Fox Sports Indiana. Because of that, they were our homecoming game.
Yes.
And so then because of that, they had to change Fort Wayne from coming up later this month to February 22nd. And so that's why a couple of those schedule changes for Blackhawk. So we're going to wrap things up here tonight. Thank you, Paul, for the great job as usual. Thank you all for listening and watching here on the Voice Network. And we'll be back with you on February 6th against Fort Wayne South.